Oh, hi guys.
It's been like a month since we've done this one.
Oh man, I'm making a bad decision right now, and I'm so
Making
ready for it.
bad decisions.
Not making bad
Guys,
decisions. Drinking
we have a beer from Colonial.
This is why we're eating this, because this is what goes with
Wales.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't have mutton. We didn't have mutton, so we have chorizo.
Just old salted.
This is a historic recipe, guys. First off, it's called Dear Old Mom's Spiced Ale. This is by a place called Ale Works, which is actually in Williamsburg, not in Colonial Williamsburg itself, but.
What?
They
this is modern
They
Williamsburg?
brewed it for Colonial Williamsburg.
Okay.
Modern Williamsburg, by the way, fucking sucks. But Colonial Williamsburg, great.
Sure.
Prost.
Really cool. Prost.
And this
That
is one,
delightful.
This is one of two beers I got. The other one, I think, is a porter that looked really
I'm going to
fun.
pick this one. This one's delightful.
Yeah.
Good end of the night beer.
Yeah.
How you doing? How was your trip to
Oh my god,
Colonial
dude.
Williamsburg?
They need another podcast just for this Colonial Williamsburg / Busch Gardens trip.
I know you can talk about
/ Busch Gardens.
Just
Write it.
highlights.
So
highlights.
think Colonial Williamsburg where you're king. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Is that
feel
what
like
they,
King George.
did they give you a crown? Did you get to whip anyone?
I was put in stocks immediately actually when I got there, and then I was sold to a really nice man though. Like he wasn't like a hard.
Abby did that, didn't she?
Yeah. Abby got the money for it. She traded the coins.
It's like, give me more money.
The kids loved it. There was, it's a town. It's like a town that the best part about Colonial Williamsburg is a place that was bought by a rich person, and he kicked all the people that lived in the place out. He's just like, I'm buying your place. Let's get the fuck out of here. They like. So much that in one of the museums they show you like it's like a car basically like filming this in like 1930 like what it used to look like before Colonial Williamsburg, and then like a car running the same speed into like 2022 and showing like so you can see like that building's the same as it was.
People that lost
that
their
was like
houses.
a shopping center.
Yeah.
And there's people going into it and they're
more.
They were just, they just were like...
They were told to leave, basically.
Yeah.
Hey, bought the place. Get the fuck out.
However, there is, there's probably more than one, but there's at least one place that was, like, the person didn't sell. And so they just put this big iron gate around the place, like, private property.
That's
and the guy's
amazing.
like, fuck y'all, motherfuckers. I'm a modern man.
Yeah.
I didn't go back in town, motherfuckers.
They pull Tracy Morgan every time somebody walks by. It's like,
man.
Well, yeah, and like, do they have a car in there, so they like drive down the road?
I'm from the future. So there is a portion because they want to like make money. Like mercantile, the retail section of Colonial Williamsburg is full. You can drive into it, and so like you're like going into there, and there's like fucking a line of cars. It's like traffic because you can only go through that part of it.
Right.
There's just a whole bunch of traffic there. You're like, okay,
Yeah, this is stupid.
neat.
They have like they have a brewery there. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like Euro Brewery. Nope, it is like 10 fucking awesome pinball machines and like really hey, welcome to modern brewery place. You're like, oh, what the fuck? I'm very. The worst part was like I like convinced Jamie's family to finally go there because they're all of them are like, no, family, don't go there. But then they're like, we're all tired. You can only be there for like 5 seconds. And I go in there, and it's like Wonderland.
Oh, no.
I want to be here. This is awesome. Like,
That's your family's name is Wonderland. So.
Yeah, and they had like amazing pinball machines, including one that I know for a fact cost $9,600.
Wow.
Because my brother-in-law owns the same machine. And I was like, hey, they got your machine here, man.
So you just play at his house, luckily.
Yeah, for free. For free?
Yeah, nice.
He's like, you still got to use quarters. Like, no.
It is a pinball machine that's so awesome. It has a storyline. It's a Godzilla pinball machine. You have to beat 7 different monsters in 3 different cities. And like you're just by flipping the thing, you're like knocking into places. But it's like a full storyline where like if you're knocking into here, you're going to New York City and you're gonna face Mothra, like those little shit. You're like, wow.
I think you have to face Gamera.
Connor played it for approximately 1.5 days and got one of the high scores, which is in the 100,000s.
Like straight?
100,000s.
Like, I haven't slept yet.
Yeah. Like I played it and I got like 5,000. He's like, yeah, I got 135,000. I'm like,
so you're saying he sure plays a mean pinball?
Yeah.
he's probably on the spectrum.
Yeah.
He's probably on the spectrum.
He has specific, very, it's like savant tendencies. Yeah.
We went to Busch Gardens because he was super excited. He's like, I want to go on some fast rides.
Yeah.
Let's do this, bud.
Yeah.
So we go on. The first ride we go on is one of those like movie rides where you like go up and then you go through a thing and it's like, this is the escape from Pompeii. Look, there's fire.
Right,
There's
right.
lava. Deathly frightened.
Oh no!
Like, oh my god! No, like, buddy, this is just—it's a movie ride. There's like not even like there's no danger whatsoever.
Yeah.
I'm and then there's a free fall at the end where you go into like a waterfall, basically.
Yeah.
And he's like, I thought I was gonna die, and I'm like, okay, well, this is a good start to us being on a roller coaster. He's like, I want to go on the newest roller coaster, the Dog Coaster. I watched Five Nights at Freddy's, so I know about like terror and horror movies, and I'm like. No.
No, yeah, no.
I'm like, we'll go.
Yeah,
We'll go.
you just got scared by that. Though.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
that,
Yeah.
which was garbage. And so like, okay, like we're gonna do this, but you have to wait. And like, I was like, he'll learn to wait. Like you gotta wait, and then you'll love that ride.
I do like that at those things you have to like fucking be patient because
So we're waiting there for like an hour-ish.
Oh, no.
Not too bad. It's a new roller coaster. Oh, by the way, guys, go to Busch Gardens and go on the older roller coasters because there's no fucking line.
Yeah, sure.
We're there on a Friday.
Yeah.
And like, no fucking line.
Yeah.
But we're online for this ride, and we get to the end, and like there's some like spooky like oh, I'm a cartoonish Duke that's dead, and like I'm coming out of the screen and talking to you, but it's actually on a LCD screen, and he really liked that. And so we get up to the front, and he's like, okay, I'm ready for this, Dad. I'm like, okay, you ready about this? Let's go. And it's like you get on it's like a pretend motorcycle thing. It's like two things next to each other in the roller coaster, and we get on. And first off, they made me take my glasses off, which I'm like, okay, like this is gonna be
those are overhead things or something.
No.
Oh.
no, which I'm like, okay, so I can't see shit.
Wait, and how are you strapped onto the motorcycle thing?
So you're in the motorcycle thing, and like a thing comes down, and like you're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
it's like right in your settings. Which is good. Wait for it. So we start going, and I look at Connor, and he's just like, and like, and he just like does this face, and I'm like, oh, he's having fun, I bet. And it's like a Space Mountain or like a Skull Mountain where it's like indoor coaster.
Yeah.
It's showing like, ghost here. Look, there's a monster here.
Yeah.
It's a big storm above you, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of wind. And it's cheesy as fuck, but it's fun. It's super fast.
Mm-hmm.
And so it goes through it, and then it gets to this part where it like basically throws you through more time, and like right when we get to that part, it stops, kind of goes, and he goes. Like, no, fuck. And so I throw it to the guy, and he gets to the end, and he gets up, and he's like, and I'm like, but hey, you okay, bud? And he's like, if they hadn't strapped me in, I would have jumped off the roller coaster. I'm like, to like killed you would have killed yourself. He's like, I would have killed myself. I'm like, so we had to like talk. We had to talk about like suicide.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't do that.
like so
Oh,
he's
okay.
not a roller coaster
It's
guy.
not good. It's not good, man.
But I mean, did he like scream and like?
He was so scared
For
he couldn't
catatonic,
make
yeah.
a noise. Yeah, he went catatonic. Basically.
Yeah.
Like I was watching, and then like the whole ride, I was like, oh my god!
And you know, you're trying to have fun, and you look over and he's like,
yeah,
he's Mitch McConnell over there, and
He
you're like,
did
oh
it,
shit.
though.
he basically
He
missed
did
McConnell.
it.
He basically missed McConnell. And that's what I was like, oh, you made it though, buddy. You made it, you know. And he's like, I don't ever want to do that again in my life. And I'm like, okay,
All right.
okay. And so I'm like.
Now you know, at least.
But we've been here for like an hour and a half, so
Yeah.
maybe we do. So I want to go on the album, guys. So I was like, I'm going to go on this. He said, "Don't make me go." I'm like, I'm not going to make you go.
Mhm.
You're going to sit on the exit ramp. There's no line because it's an older roller coaster, but it's a roller coaster like it came up when like we were in college and like the album guys look so cool, you know. Got to go on it finally.
Sure.
And so, but I was like, dude, I want to make sure that you have fun. What do you want to do? He's like, I just want to go home. And I'm like, okay, so we can't do that. We're here for like a
Yeah.
few hours.
What's the
just, like,
second
walk
thing you
around.
want?
Yeah.
Let's do an animal. Let's find an animal. So he said, I'm like, let's try the log flume. It's slower, you know. It's a little bit of drop, but it's fun. And there's water. You get wet.
Yeah,
Ooh, it's
yeah.
so wet. And so I convinced him to get over there. We go on it, and he's like, I didn't like it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, you can go like with your mom, maybe, you know, because she's going on like the Sesame Place rides. They're really slow, and, really, and so like we go over there, and he's so disappointed with himself that he's like thinking about it. I'm just watching his little brain, like he's like,
No.
Dad's so disappointed with me. I'm like, I'm not disappointed with you, buddy.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this is fine.
Yeah.
And so he eventually is like, I like the log flume. It's called the Scoot. He's like, I want to go back on the scoop, Dad. He's like, so he tells me the rationalization. He's like, because it was I got to sit in front of you and like your arms were around me, I felt really safe. Which he did not say when he first got off it. But he's like, so I want to go again. So we went on again. He's like, I really like this. And so we went like
yeah. So then you did that
times.
a bunch of times. Yep.
But it was
Yeah.
like, we found it. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta find the sweet spot.
This trip was fun. We'll talk about off thing, but I just want to tell the story because it's funny. How are you guys doing? I'm gonna eat this.
We're here.
Yeah, it's good. We are here.
That's good drizzle.
Yeah, it's very, very good. Yeah, we're here.
Work's been a little topsy-turvy. But Aiden's birthday was this weekend, so we did some stuff. I took his...
Took him out for ice cream.
I took his friend, him and his friend and Gemma out, and we did a couple things.
The best friend?
Yeah, his best friend, Colin, yeah. And so we did the most.
Oh,
And we went apple picking. We went to the opening of Beak and Skip. We went like right at 10 though, because that's where you go. You don't. If you want to Beak and Skip, you don't mess
what
around.
are they picking? What are they picking right now?
Only Paul Reds. I guess now they're picking Ginger
it's
Golds.
okay.
Ginger Golds are much better. I wanted Ginger Gold. They're like, it's only Paul Red. I'm like, okay, let's.
Early season.
I'm already here. And plus, they gave me a $10 off coupon for coming the first weekend, so it was $12 for like a ton of.
You should have
shit
told me
ton
that.
of-
We're totally going. Sounds awesome.
Next time. Yeah. I mean, Gemma's birthday's on Monday, so we'll see how that goes. She told me she wants for her birthday to go to the mall. I was like, okay.
Let's go to the mall today.
But she told me last weekend that she wanted to do a scavenger hunt for a present. So I'm thinking about like putting her first present by her door and putting like a clue or something in there and having her like try to find the rest.
This clue is it's in the bathroom.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I'm not gonna think that out.
Yeah. Remember when she did that thing, the Aiden thing with all the clues in, and she's like, "Look, this speck on the wall," and you're like,
Oh, she wants to do the Museum of Intrigue thing again.
"Let me know."
Well, she wants to do that. She wants to do that for. I have her on Monday, so that's what she wants to go to the mall for. She wants to do the Museum of Intrigue. I'm like, I'll see if there's a coupon.
I'm off on Monday.
I'll see if there's like if it's for
no.
sale. I'll do it. I'm not gonna do it full price.
I'll go like half season if it's like and get Connor in there and add me.
Well, I can. There's usually ones for like $8. So I mean, I'll let you know. I gotta check tomorrow
I'm off Monday.
if I'm not like swamped under stuff. But we'll see. Hey, let's talk about some. First of all, we gotta talk about some sad news first because
There's a lot of sad news. We've been off for a couple weeks, and then
Yeah.
everyone just decided to die.
Everyone died. I'm not counting Terry Funk because he was old.
That's kind of Terry Funk, though. He was
Okay,
amazing.
I guess he was
Hardcore
old.
legend. Okay.
Harper Ledge, he was old though. I mean, he probably is in better shape now that he's not trying to be alive anymore.
But who wasn't old? Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt, though, 36 years old.
And
Wyndham Rotunda.
another casualty of fucking coronavirus. Fuck, guys, this shit messes with you. You idiots are like, oh, the vaccine, there. Fuck you. Stop watching right now.
There's actually been a couple wrestlers that had real problems with it. There's one that's wrestles in AEW. He's still wrestling, but he had a big, he had a heart problem.
We have my sister-in-law has long COVID and it's like affecting her in different ways and not good currently. But luckily, she's taking care of it and it just sucks. It sucks.
I know several people like that, but the one who I always tell you about is my favorite tech at work, Enrique, and that he can't taste things. Like, things basically taste like dirt, or they taste really fucking weird.
That's terrible to me.
And no,
Oh,
it's
man.
horrible. Like, it's just... so we actually got lunch together today, and we got sushi, and he ate wasabi, and I was like, so what did you taste? And he's like, I tasted vague fish notes. I couldn't differentiate them.
Wasabi.
And then he was like, but the wasabi just burned. Like, he didn't, taste it. It just burned. But he was like, it burned my soul.
None of the good
yeah.
things.
No, it's really, it's
the
very...
burn is better than nothing.
Yeah. So, yeah. I feel really bad for people who are still going through it, and it's not gone, and it still just keeps mutating, and people can still catch it. So, be smart.
Also, Katie got me a fat-ass jacket.
With some boob on chronic.
I should have worn it. It's a Rey Mysterio chalk-line jacket. It's dope.
You can wear it.
I'll wear it later.
How would I
See it.
know?
See it off camera. Maybe I'll wear it next time we do this. But I
Why
want
not?
to. I had
There's
my
so
I
many
had my Eddie
times.
Kingston shirt on. So
By the way,
didn't
I
know.
wore this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt so we could drink the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle beer that I brought.
Oh.
I totally forgot to tell you that.
No, oops.
This beer was
This is still very good
It's
beer.
good beer.
Yeah.
I'll wear it again next time, okay?
Yeah, sure.
You will, you dirty person.
I don't give a shit. I haven't watched this shirt once. True
Um,
story.
Let's go to something happier than people dying, I guess.
No, because more people that died. Let's talk about this.
No, I don't
so,
know.
Arlene Sorkin, guys. The original voice of Harley Quinn, the one who like invented that character, passed away.
Do you know where they got the inspiration for Harley Quinn? It was from her.
Yeah, that's what you said.
She was a character on Days of Our Lives, and the character she played was this clown, or was doing this like clown like thing during one of the
Harley Quinn,
episodes.
if you will.
It was very, and that's how the character was born, from like her New York accent and her being really goofy, I guess. And they're like, let's just make a combo character off of that, and she had a voice in it. That's a pretty wild story.
That's crazy, yeah.
Also, one more person we lost, and in the best way possible, Bob Barker died
Yep.
at age 99. He was as close to 100 as you can get without going over.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I didn't know you were still alive, to be honest. When he said he died, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
99 years old,
99.
motherfucker.
Damn.
I guess when you love your job, you don't work a day in your life, right? No stress.
Well, and it was like the happiness of all those cats and dogs that he helped
Yeah.
to get spayed.
You got
and
all the
neutered.
balls and then
Yeah,
their
and
ovaries
so there
chopped out
weren't
and
more
stuff.
animals suffering in the world
Yeah.
because of him.
Do you
There were also, but he definitely touched some women. So
do you
Yes.
think?
yeah,
Okay.
Not
Yeah.
Do you
not
think
women.
for his funeral they brought him off a mountain and they threw him off the top? I hope so.
They actually, and then when he came down, it was like Plinko. He just like bounced off a bunch of little pegs.
Better. It's better. Better story. Guys, Zack Snyder wants to make a Gears of War movie, and this is the only movie Zack Snyder should be making.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
no,
why not?
did we talk about Rebel Moon, by the way?
We'll get there. I don't.
Yeah, 'cause
we
let's
did a
keep
little
talking
bit.
about Zack Snyder.
There's a little bit of
I
Zack
did not
Snyder.
write this down because it was like last week.
I have some.
Yes.
And my brain
We did talk
not,
about.
like,
we did
suck
talk about it
up.
when we first got stuff.
No, but there's a trailer now, dude.
Yes. But this, he was like,
he's
Is that for me?
Yes.
get Dave Bautista.
he's not having it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not having it. I'm not. My stomach's kind of feeling weird. So get Dave Bautista for this because he was also born to play this as a
Yes.
man that's not shaped like a human. And
I mean, you get like Dave Bautista, Dwayne Johnson, John Cena. They're all like those big rocky dudes that are way
I'm
too
trying to
big.
think of like thick guys, tall, thick.
tall,
Guys.
thick, tall.
Thick.
The dude who plays
Dick.
Jack Reacher on
Oh yeah, that
and
guy
then
could
Jack
be
Reacher
in it.
TV
Sure.
No, Tom Cruise. Yeah,
how dare you?
I think he means Tom Cruise. The 6'5".
6'5", 250 pounds of muscle.
You know what? I think we can get Tom Cruise for that. What?
I don't.
Is he like 5'3"?
I don't know if that works. But yeah, let's talk about Rebel Moon because there's also
Dude, that trailer looked fucking dope. I was like, okay, I'm in. What do you got here?
Ed Skrein, who plays one of the characters, Skrein.
That's the
He's in Rebel Moon. And he says it's Star Wars with sex, violence, and swearing.
Also, like, what is the swearing? Are they saying like fuck? Like, why is that? Like, make up new words.
But also, who like
One of my favorite words, by the way, is the word spots, which is it's a full Star Wars made up swear word that Kyle Katarn from the
Pure
Jedi
pizzazz.
Knight series says
Pure pizzazz.
you know, spots. You know, like when he instead of shit or fuck, he'll like spots. You know, when he's mad at something, and you're like, nice.
Do you think
Spots.
there'll be a brother and sister that have sex in this?
I hope so.
Also, all the swearing that I want in Star Wars. Finally,
Oh, Tom Hardy could be in Gears of War.
Did you know that
he's kind of short.
in
though.
Star Wars they
I
do
guess
swear?
it doesn't matter.
There's 2 times where they swear, and both times they say hell, and they use it in the context as it's a place. So George Lucas had to make up a place called hell
Of course.
because
Probably HEL.
because he can't fucking write.
Yeah.
Laser shorts. Laser
Yeah.
shorts.
It's called Stu John.
Yeah.
It's a planet called Stu John. Are you saying that because I'm John Stewart?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I made that up.
Yeah.
He's a hack. He's a hack, guys.
How do you
He's
do
hacking
it,
a
John?
fraud.
Jeez, what do you do to you?
Yeah, like literally, there's like at that point where Han Solo goes out in Empire Strikes Back. He's like going out to find Luke, and he's like, "You can't go to the first man." Like, then I'll see you in hell. And he's like, "That's not the same universe."
Yeah.
I mean, they could maybe visit there though.
Guys, let's talk about something even cooler than Rebel Moon. Our Flag Means Death season 2, October 5th.
We just watched trailer and
Yes.
delicious.
You know what? Because like I'm obviously in love with that couple. I've had a good fill because of our angel and devil in Good Omens.
Good Omens second
Which-
season.
If you have not seen Good Omens, guys, please
Oh,
fucking
it's
watch
so
it. Oh
good.
my god! And that's at the end of the season. You're like, "Wah!"
I even kind of heard that was going to happen, and it still was
It's
like
so
blew me away. It was
fucking
perfect.
good.
I was like,
it was so good.
and we'll probably never see the
Those
third
two
season.
actors are so good. Yeah, because they'll be like 105 when the
Well,
starts over there.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll go into it after this, but there's something they might do with the third season. I'll talk about it after.
I hope
this.
so.
'Cause it's going to be a couple weeks.
It was
maybe
so
we'll
good.
talk.
And then John Hamm, of course.
But yeah, Our
chef's
Flag
kiss.
Means Death. And it didn't have a full. They said it didn't have a full date, but they did in the trailers October 5th.
Well, what they said too, yeah, they said October 5th. They also said it was going to release 3 episodes at once, then 2 episodes each week, and the finale will be released on October 26th. So like they have a full schedule, and they're also not going to make you wait too long. Which
Cool.
let's do.
it's probably because they're dumping it because they don't know what to do with it. But I'll take it.
Also, they're like, we need to get content for the
Yeah.
during the writer strike. It's probably.
I'll take what they can give me, I guess.
I will take it. I'll eat up like a fucking little.
a little pig. Like a
Let's
little
go,
piggy.
little piggy.
Eat it, piggy.
Stay boned. Like yes. So yeah, I had to put that on there.
I did a punch.
I did a Like he's so adorable.
I mean, I've loved him for a long, long time. I've been a
This is great
stan
character.
for a
Yeah,
very
of
long
course.
time, but he just like gets better. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about this last time. It's been a while now. But Neil Gaiman was basically like, yeah, if they don't put out season 3 of Good Omens, I'm just
I'm
going to
gonna
write
be
it.
bored.
I'm going to write a book. He's like, I'm writing it in a book form so I can finish it. I'm like, awesome. I will buy that book. Thank you.
Yeah. Like tell me when it comes out.
Hundo
dude.
P. Hundo P. I'll buy that
Tell me when
book.
it comes out.
We will
I'm
act that shit out.
Yeah. Like, it's this we have to kiss. We should not have been. We should not have been both of them. Okay.
I'll be Beelzebub. It's fine. And you can be Gabriel.
I mean, I
Yeah,
feel like
you can
I'm
get
definitely. Am I?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I feel like
Sorry.
I'm more like
Okay.
Beelzebub. Like
I used
just
to
like
say that.
fucking flies around me and
Okay,
shit.
then you're Gabriel, because then you get to kiss.
Tell him a big jerk. And I,
You
yeah,
kind of are a big.
Yeah. Perfect.
And you talk like this. You go, hey,
I can do that very, very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'll be. I'll of course be a Zazzle. By the way, you guys watching Ahsoka yet?
We watched the first 2 episodes. We haven't
David
watched the last
Tennant's in that as well, and like,
Mhm.
and doing the HK voice though, and I'm just like, so good. Let's do this.
one. Well, his droid is like one of the oldest, like, robots in canon, basically, because he's been around since like probably the Old Republic. He might be a link to the Old Republic, or at least the High Republic, because it's like from the Jedi Temple times, you know.
The temple times.
He's basically the one that kind of teaches, or he was the one that kind of teaches like the younglings and people how to kind of start developing Jedi stuff.
I thought that was Anakin. I mean, he like had.
No, he kills the younglings. He hacks the younglings to pieces.
You failed, and you failed, and you failed. Guys, shut up. Because I have the best news of the week.
Okay.
Oh my god.
The Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Is it leaning into dystopia? Is it looking good? Are we ready for this? Have you seen the trailer for this?
No.
No, we didn't. And there's a reason because we don't. No, actually, I might have seen the first trailer, like the teaser. Is there a new trailer for it?
I think it was the new one. Or just showed up to
I
me
saw
now.
something with
I've
like the because President Snow was like the younger,
He's a young,
hot
sexy
guy,
guy.
yeah.
Mm.
But he still has
And
the
there's
white
a-
hair.
There's a new Candace. Her name's Lucy Gray Baird. And she's different than Candace, though, because she owns her sexuality. She's a sexy sex pot.
God.
Are we ready for this, guys? Are we gonna watch? Are we gonna burn this in the theater? Maybe, huh?
Are we gonna think it's the best movie though, and then we're like gonna like? She's gonna like.
We're
Think
finally
it's the
gonna
best
see
movie
Barbie.
she's
We
seen.
have not seen Barbie yet, and we're gonna do it on Friday.
That's a good. That's a really good segue to my next thing.
Yes.
Barbie is now WB's highest grossing movie
WB
over Harry Potter.
Wait, what about the Flash? The Flash just came
It
out.
is now higher
the original
grossing
movie?
than the Deathly Hallows Part 2, which was the highest grossing
Matt,
movie.
I think you're wrong because Black Adam also came out.
Hey, that's awesome. I love that.
Because Black Adam came out.
I'm really
Oh,
Black
Black
Adam.
Adam, bam, blam. So you're saying better than Black Adam?
Yeah, well, more money than Black Adam, yes.
Yeah, not better movie. See, he knows.
I haven't watched it. I have no clue.
How cool
I
am I
cannot make a judgment
Shante?
yet.
You haven't seen Black Adam?
No,
No,
I was
no,
going to
Barbie.
say he's seen Black Adam,
I
and
was
you,
like, what?
after having seen it, you'll know almost any movie is better than it is. So
Black Adam's better than The Flash. I can tell you that
Yeah,
100%.
it was better than The Flash.
It was.
I agree.
yeah,
It was generically
Like,
okay.
relatively speaking.
yeah.
Black Adam was generically okay.
Who would you rather look at?
The Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rock,
right,
100%.
exactly. So there you
I don't
go.
think The Rock's raped anyone yet or held them prisoner, so
I don't think he. I think he assaulted people.
but yes.
Yes, they assaulted.
But,
people.
you know, assault is still...
Oh no, I'm not
It's
saying
still
it's
10%,
any of
right.
anything is okay.
Okay.
They also put like a minor in danger. They did a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. They're having a rough time, and Michael Keaton,
Guys,
made them.
speaking of Disney, let's talk about Disney for a minute.
Sure.
We're going to talk about Disney now. But also Michael Keaton, guys. What a Keaton.
He's never going to do Batman
He
Beyond,
deserves
that's
better.
for sure.
He deserves
He deserves Batman Beyond. That's what he deserves.
Disney VFX workers behind movies like live action Little Mermaid, which I put Littler Mermaid. The
Nice,
Littler
the
Mermaid.
littler.
Maybe that's the name of the podcast. Never has it. Take big steps toward unionizing.
Yes,
Just
no,
bring
I'm so excited about
That's
this. I'm so excited about
big
this.
guys.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
More,
Yes.
more.
Get fucking paid what you fucking
Everyone
deserve.
should be unionizing.
Yes.
Everyone.
Get fucking paid what
Yeah,
you fucking
seriously.
deserve.
Seriously, we were just talking about it today. My coworker just had to go to the doctor because there's something clearly wrong with her, and now they're thinking it's a tumor, and they don't know what it is, so they have to get it tested. And she's like, "I just went and spent $90 to do that." And she's also also tell me why I spend $500 a month on insurance, but I have a $6,000 fucking deductible, and it's like, right? It's all a scam.
My guy had a bump in
It's all a fucking scam.
One of my guys had a bump in his knee and is getting a tumor removed. But they're like, we don't know what it is because we're doctors and we can't tell him.
Yeah.
Well, this will cost you thousands of
Yeah,
dollars.
Yeah. It's going to cost you money to figure
What?
out whether you're dying.
How does it feel to
What?
be poor now, though? Because
Yeah.
at least you have that things out of your knee.
He also dances and like, you may never be able to dance again.
Oh,
Ha ha ha! And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with doctors?
Do his guilty feet got in a rhythm now?
Well, no, he's just gonna he's gonna have scar tissue on his knee. Yeah.
That's worse. That's much more.
Yeah, but he also could.
Hey,
maybe
guys.
die.
America.
America. Yeah, and then they're like, yeah, we're doing
Ain't
great.
that
We're the
America?
home of the free. Guys,
I have one thing left.
speaking of
And
Disney,
Starfield.
Oh.
So no, Starfield.
We were talking Disney. Okay, Starfield.
No.
Starfield.
Garfield?
What's up with Starfield, man?
Garfield
Monday.
and
Have
friends.
you lost Starfield? Because you bet
Garfield
you
has
fucking
a-
didn't. Why are you talking
Starfield
about
is
it?
plagued with glitches on its first few days out.
Dude, it's Bethesda.
They're
It's
basically
any
like,
Bethesda game.
yeah, there's like no maps in some places. Like sometimes it doesn't load. I actually had a big problem when I just got Madden, where
Madden.
I was trying to play.
Bethesda.
I was trying to play the franchise mode, and every time I went to another, like this goes advanced next week after you've beaten that week, and it would just be like connection error, you can't play. And it's like, okay, this is the.
I think if there's glitches in games, they should just taunt you in some way. Like, use a bitch. And like,
It felt like it because I was like, I don't.
Okay.
It keeps doing this, so I'd have to go back to the main menu, then start it over again, and then it would be the next week. But every time I had to do that, I was like, I'm getting so fucking bored of this. I want to throw this game out the fucking window.
Baldur's Gate 3 only had one glitch, but it was like a horrible glitch where it like just shut my game off when I was in the middle of like this horrific battle. Because Baldur's Gate 3 Dungeons and Dragons rules, but they like tweak some of them so they're awesome. For instance, I made a character. I've made this like because you can combine any classes like as
Like
you know
hybrids.
as D&D, especially you because you play a bunch of D&D.
especially me. You mean?
You can and this guy
This guy
DMs.
DMs.
if you
For
multi-class a character, you need to have a certain requisite. In Baldur's Gate 2, you don't. So I made a character with like a ton of intelligence, but he starts out as a cleric. So he's a war cleric, so he gets all martial weapons, all armor. I gave him a level of sorcerer because I needed to get this thing called armor of Agaris or Agarthia or something like that.
Okay.
Agarthis, which basically it gives you if someone hits you, they take damage.
Okay.
And then I went wizard for the rest of it. So I have a fully armored. I can use any weapon I want, and then I can run up to a dude, and if he hits me, I'm also an abjuration wizard, which gets a extra a damage shield. So you hit me, you do not hurt me. My damage shield renews whenever I use a spell, an abjuration spell, and you take a certain amount of damage when you hit me. So I'm basically a fucking invincible tank that does damage when I get hit.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Like you never have any consequences.
I'm just like I'm a fucking murder man, and it's so much fun currently. And
It sounds awesome.
But like I didn't like if it was regular D&D, I would have had to like have a certain amount of wisdom. My wisdom is don't stat. I don't use wisdom because I only use cleric for the weapon and for the weapons and armor. So I started out with literally 8 in but since I'm just attacking people because you're level 1, you're not using any fucking cleric spells anyway, then that didn't matter. And my sorcerer thing, I didn't really need much.
Did you look this up, or did you just like make?
I just did it. And it works really well. I like because I was using Warlock and Warlock that armor of Agarthis thing. And I was like, I like this, but the sorcerer class gets it as a anytime use spell, so you can just recast anything the fuck you want because it's like your dragon gives you this, kind of thing. And then so
as one dragon does,
Yeah. But you also can make cool little scalies on your face because you're a draconic bloodline. So little scalies.
That's what Gemma's character is in our D&D. She's
I'm like a guy with like. Little scales.
She is a male again, by the way. She started as a male. She switched to a female.
I like that.
And then like last game, she's like, "I want to be a guy again." I'm like, "Okay,
I like this.
I'm like, I don't really care. It's fine.
I like this.
That has no consequence otherwise." So
yeah. Oh, your penis makes you way more. Your big balls.
Like fine. I'm like, I have to remember to call you he from now on. But
Like that's the hard. That's the fun part of a vegan DM. It's like,
well, the first time I come in, so you, Gemma, are doing this. He is a male. I think it's why she's like, I'll just be a female. I'm like, okay. And then like last game, she's like, I'll be a male. I'm like, okay.
Hey Matt, you're wasting our time with this D&D talk that you started. The Hunger Games. No,
I got nothing left.
Phantom Liberty is the only Cyberpunk 2077 expansion. They're saying is as a result of a tech issue. I'm going to tell you what it is though, real quick.
Okay.
Come here. The camera's going to close up. It's an issue because they're moving the whole team to Witcher 4.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The technical issue is we technically don't have any people to work on this game anymore.
Because they're all going to make a game that's going to make us money. Not as an expansion that will make us not as much money. Also, toss a coin to your Witcher. Is that thing a Barghast? I looked at it again. What is that fucking thing? Like, what's that? It's not a wolf. That pendant in the Witcher 4.
No. They said what it was, didn't they?
It's not a fucking wolf. I'll tell you that.
A white wolf.
It's got a big ass mouth. Well, it looks like a chupacabra. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it.
Doesn't the guy that played Geralt have like throat cancer or something? Well, let him rest. Let him rest for a little bit.
Just have Henry Cavill do it.
Yeah, just have Henry Cavill do it.
They'll probably have a new guy.
And then he like
not problematic.
Really misogynistic towards women. He's still doing the Highlander reboot, by the way. He's still attached to that.
Still at it.
So here we are, born to be kings.
What was the original Highlander?
Chris Lambert. But yes, they're close. Actually, he looks like Thomas. Chris Lambert, who has a very strange accent.
That. Yeah,
a very strange accent. But who is the regional Kurgan?
That'd be Clancy Brown.
I wish it was Clancy Brown. It's Sean Connery. Come on.
Was it? No, that was Miguel. He was Miguel.
He didn't play Miguel.
He did. He was Spanish. His name was Miguel.
I thought he was the Kurgan.
Nope. I think the Kurgan was Clancy Brown. I think.
That's no way.
Look it up.
Yeah, Clancy Brown.
Oh my god. Trivia style nice.
Who was the lady in it?
What? There's no ladies. Guys, shut up. I have a couple more things. We're going to get through them. We're not going back to Disney until the end because fuck you. So what I'm going to do is Elder Scrolls 6 is in early development.
Yay.
According to the head of publishing, Pete.
2028, we're going to see that game.
Guess why it's in early development?
Because they need money?
Because Starfield's coming out, so they're just going to leave it to you.
Yeah. They're doing the same thing.
So again, 2028 is probably one of the
So again, every single company is using too few people to do too much work because they don't want to fucking pay people.
Money!
Unionizing!
Yeah, but
Unions!
Counterpoint, that game's going to look fucking dope.
Ugh. Shut up.
Might be Unreal 6 by the time it's out.
Yeah, Unreal 7.
You ruined
Be
my
AI and Unreal 6.
You ruined my rant.
It's gonna look really cool. It's gonna look really cool though.
Yeah.
You're right, they do come here for the Katie rants. I'm sorry, guys. Rant time.
Yeah,
People still spend money on it, so that's all they care about.
I haven't posted something in like 3. I mean, the editor. That's supposed to like 3
Yeah,
weeks.
our editor,
Fozzie.
Lugum.
His name is Fozzie.
Lugum. His name is
Fozzie
Fozzie.
Lugum.
But he's actually
Lugum.
he's actually the band Fozzie.
Yeah.
Oh my
The whole
God.
band?
Like just in my mind.
Yeah.
Waka waka waka.
Those
Yeah,
guys
Puppet
played-
Fozzie.
those guys had a concert at Wembley.
They did.
You know what? If I could do that, I would be like, yeah, I'll also.
Hey, guess what? I should open up with my band. And you should pay my band. Yeah. So
Suck it, Bruce Springsteen.
yeah, it's in development.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen at some point. I'm okay with them waiting, but just don't release
Yeah.
it with a bunch of bugs like you just did with Starfield.
Yep.
A couple seconds ago. Also, Starfield's not out yet, by the way. It is in early access. And this is one of the first games I have ever seen in my 42 fucking years of life where if you pre-order, they don't give you early access. You have to pre-order the fucking $100 version.
That's right. That's bougie as fuck. I'm waiting for this to come out for $20.
Companies
Guys.
taking your
That's
money
right.
and not paying their
Actually,
workers.
Matt, again, if you have a good computer, you don't have to buy this at all.
I don't.
already own it.
You own Starfield already.
I own Starfield.
Of course you do.
I'm Baldur's Gate 3. These are all games you can play for free because we're Steam buddies.
I'm gonna see if I can put them on my
Because we're
laptop
Steam
and
buddies.
see what happens.
We're Steam
Will it
buddies.
just blow up? I don't know.
We're Steamy buddies. I'm just saying. Please do.
Steamy Buddies. Can that be the name of this episode? Steamy Buddies?
Steamy buddies.
Steamy buddies.
Okay. Guys, is Disney ramping up to do something in the Old Republic?
What?
What you saying?
I mean, they're doing She-Hulk season
So
2.
if
who
you're
knows?
watching Ahsoka,
They might just
and this is
release
not really a
Breath of the Wild.
spoiler, there's a artifact, we'll say, called the Gate of Sion.
It looks like the Halo Gate. It's like Halo.
Kind of, actually.
Yeah.
Those that know what, what is the Sion? Zion? What does that mean? Darth Sion was a character in Knights of the Republic 2, a Sith Lord.
So it's a gate to his house?
I think it goes right to his house. Yeah.
Right there.
Which he's like,
Welcome, come in.
I'm grilling back here. Look, I'm held
I probably
together
don't
by
have
the
a jaw or
Force.
something. There's something wrong with me.
Well, I'm held together by the Force. Yeah, he actually looked like a regular dude, but like if a regular dude was like made of like he looked kind of like Korg if Korg was like a guy. Because he's like just a guy. His body is like cracked open, but his hate keeps his body together.
That's terrible. That sounds awful.
Yeah, I mean he's a Sith. They're all terrible.
I'm always itchy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah, he's like
man.
really dry skin. He's got like any lotion he puts on just get absorbs right in.
It never works for me.
Yeah. But
Sometimes the hate comes out and kills people.
not only that though. That's not the only hint. The other hint is that Disney also put up a synopsis for the Old Republic.
I heard about this. Which is the first time they've done this really in canon.
Yes, because everything else, including Knights of the Old Republic, is not in canon.
Right.
So this is the whole in its entirety, guys. Sit down, get ready for this.
good.
It's a
Oh my
very
God.
long story.
Okay.
Fine.
The Republic is founded
Like,
among
ground myself.
the worlds of the Galactic Core, and the Jedi Order emerges to protect it. A schism within the Jedi leads to the creation of the Sith in this epic era. And scene.
Wow.
we're ready to go.
That's
We're
something.
we're in now.
That's something.
Let's get some Revan. Let's get Darth Revan in there. We're good to go.
And Revan has already been introduced canonically in Obi-Wan or something. So they mention him. Yeah, one of them. I don't know.
Something dark side.
something dark side. And so I mean, I think we got it, guys. I think we did it. Let's do
Pure
Knights
Pizzazz.
of the Old Republic.
Pure
Pizzazz. But who says it, man? Which character? You remember.
The guy with the gun.
You know, the gun guy. Attenran, of course.
I can't remember their names anymore.
Attenran.
It's been a while. since I
Catamaran?
played the Catamaran.
Matt, guess what? If you were my Steamy buddy, you'd be able to download.
I probably have those on mine, actually, to be honest.
Matt, you're Sicilian. Actually, I probably downloaded it for this. Guys, that's all I got.
Guys, this was the perfect episode.
The perfect.
I mean, it's definitely a good episode back. This is. By the way,
Perfect.
our last episode was 50. We're halfway through this season 4, of course.
Oh my god!
And
Do
we're
we,
at
do
51
we
now.
do a celebration for this? Or?
Yes.
I mean, maybe in.
Do we have a bottle
49
fight? We can
episodes?
just smash these
Yes.
and cut each other.
That was actually. I have that
Okay.
written on here. We're going to do a bottle fight.
These ye old Williamsburg bottles. Hey, guys.
Dear
They
old
did
mom.
back then.
Yeah. Guys, thanks for stopping by. And
Hey.
as always, like and subscribe.
Stay classy.
Fin,
Bang.
Fang, Boom. Bye. Everyone. Bye. Vamp, I can't hit it.